Right now, I want to talk about thinning paint for your paint sprayer. Do you have to thin your paint? So right now, this is paint that I have that I thinned, and I'm testing the spray here. The run out time on this was 50 seconds or about 50 seconds to a minute long, and it sprays just fine. So we can spray here again. Now, of course, you can choose what spray pattern you want and things like that, but the paint sprays really well when it is thinned, and my run out time here is 50 seconds. Now I want to test if we actually need to thin it. I've never even tried not thinning the paint. I've always thinned my paint, but do you have to thin it? So right now I'm just going to take paint straight from the can and I'm going to pour it in here, and we're going to see if it sprays, what kind of impact it has. Right now I'm taking paint straight from the can here. I'm going to pour it directly into my canister here, and we're going to see if it sprays or what kind of impact it has on the sprayer. My guess is that we might get a clog. It might not spray that well. Let's go ahead and try. So what I'm seeing, you may not be able to notice it, but it's a much smaller spray pattern, so it's more narrow. So let's go ahead and change our spray pattern here. We're going to switch it to a vertical pattern, and let's see how this does. Let's try it down here so we can see it a little better. Again, I just wanted to test it for myself to see if I actually needed to thin the paint and what would happen. So here we've got lots of splotching. It's not getting good coverage. I think it's going to end up with a texture, like it's going to be big blobs of paint there, and it's not going to have a nice smooth finish. So that is not going to work. So you do need to thin the paint. Read the instructions. There's a guide on how much to thin paint. Also, paint itself does have recommendations on how much you can thin it. So again, I just wanted to test it out to see what would happen. If you want to know more about these paint sprayers, this is an HVLP paint sprayer. I have a complete tutorial, step-by-step directions on how to use this. Check out that video next.